What's going on, guys? So this week we are sanding the bottom of the boat, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, so I hope you enjoy it. I love hats. This is the hat I decided to wear today. I wear a lot of weird hats, but hey, life's short, right? Have some fun. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna be sanding in the bottom of the boat. Do me a favor, hammer that like and subscribe button if you find these at all interesting. It really helps the witchcraft that's going on there and the algorithms and all that goodness, so more people can see these. And like I said, there's not many how-tos on the Catalina 30, and I'm so happy to bring them to you, but I really want more people to actually be able to enjoy these. So hopefully you are enjoying them and you will hammer that like and subscribe button. Other than that, yeah, check it out. Here we go. It's a freaking mess. So fun times. So hey, really quick, one other question for anyone else who has sanded your own boat. I tried to set up a vacuum cleaner to my orbital, and it just made more of a mess. It was blowing everywhere. Not so much out the back of the vacuum, but out of the ports on the orbital. So even with the vacuum on there, it became more of a mess. So I decided to stop at the vacuum, even though I gave it a good go. You won't see that in the video because it was everywhere. The camera was covered with dust because of the vacuum. So what I decided to do was just put that little catcher on the back, and it was still kind of a messy process, but it was a lot less messy with the vacuum. So I want to know from you, if you could leave it in the comments, how you're doing this. What kind of vacuum, what kind of orbital you're using. I had a generic cheap 5-inch, or have a generic cheap 5-inch Ryobi orbital, and even with my small wet vacs, they don't match up right. I got the right coupler, and then, like I said, it was almost like it was blowing out of everywhere. Even though it should have been sucking, it was creating a giant mess. So if you don't mind, leave me in the comments what you're using, because I really don't want to have to make a dusty mess again next time. I'd much rather use a vacuum connected to the sander itself. So please let me know. Thanks, guys. Very key stuff. PAPR. What is a PAPR? It is a powered respirator. So I have a beard, as you guys can see, and the beard makes it so wearing a regular mask just really doesn't do anything. Everything just goes right around it. So I have a full face mask. It's made by 3M, and it connects to my battery. Giggity. Right here. Turn that on, and you wind up getting fresh air constantly. So pretty cool stuff. But yeah, this ought to be neat. Let's get to sanding. Hey, one more thing, come on, hammer that like and subscribe, and if you like the video, leave me a comment. It really helps out. I'm back with a tip for anyone who has to sand your boat if you're a newbie like me today. Rubber gloves and a neck buff over your head, because it took me, I don't know, an hour in the shower to get it off. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and sand some more. Giggity, giggity, goo. Oh, and earbuds, so I get some music today, which will be fun. Well, I will say that today I covered up much better. I only have some green here and here, and then a little bit on my hands. That was more from the cleanup. Rubber gloves, full mask. I used a PAPR, yeah. So I've also just realized that I don't think this boat has ever been sanded, and if it was a real quick, brief one. There's so many layers of paint on it. That side I just did. Came out much better than my starboard, so I'll probably hit the starboard again maybe one more time. But I think what I'm just going to do is try out the Rust-Oleum paint that I wanted, which is an epoxy base as well. So it says I don't need to prime, but I think next year I'm going to take it out again on the hard, and I'm just going to have the whole boat soda blasted, just so I could really bring it down to fiberglass. Because I got to tell you, I got a bunch of hours in on this now, and I'm still not getting down to pure glass. Or even the gel. I mean, maybe in some spots, but there's so much paint on this damn thing. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna stop. Maybe hit a few more spots. Definitely gonna bring out the grinder with the sanding wheel to address the keel. So that still has to take place. But I'm definitely gonna just get some paint on it for next season. Sail it the way I want to. Make sure I'm happy with the boat, and then I think next year, because I want to unstep the mast to do some electronics next year, or even midsummer when I know I'm traveling a little bit, and I'm gonna hire someone to soda blast, unless I can rent a soda blast machine, which I might be able to. I know enough people. So I think that's the plan for now. Let's get the paint on it, and we're getting some nice warm weather coming in soon. So we'll get the paint on there, and then we'll address the full strip down next year. I may want to paint the boat too, rather than wrap it. So that might be a win-win, just to get the entire thing soda blasted. But all right, check back soon.